This morning in The Blend, we're joined by Justin Sheehan, who is with the Lansing Promise Executive Director. And this segment is really brought to us by the Capital Area Michigan Works. We thank them. Justin, good to see you.
Bob, good to see you.
Tell us about the Lansing Promise.
Sure. The Lansing Promise is a place-based scholarship for every kid that lives in schools within the Lansing School District boundaries. But I'd say even more than that, it's a nonprofit that believes in the inherent value and worth of every young person in the city, and we invest accordingly.
Yeah, absolutely. So there is a big impact that the Lansing Promise makes. Talk about that.
Yeah, well, so over the last decade, actually, which the Promise has operated, we've seen more than 1,246 kids set foot on a college campus.
Wow.
That doesn't include the 250 we just accepted out of the class of 2021 in the midst of a pandemic. We've seen more than 45,000 credits earned by our scholars. We've seen more than 300 careers attained already, with 900 kids still in the wings, ready to go attain those careers.
Wow. How do people get involved? You know, if they're in the city, they want to learn a little bit more.
Yeah.
What do they do?
Well, there's really three different ways. So you can give, you can believe, and you can imagine. So what do we mean by that? Go to lansingpromise.org and you can give, right? Of your time, talent, or treasure. In this case, treasure helps because we're reducing financial barriers. But the reason I say believe and imagine is because we believe in the inherent value and worth of our young people, and we know there's a whole lot of people in the city that also do. And so drop us an email, give us a phone call, a smoke signal, we'll go out for coffee, and we'll talk about how you can get engaged within either the district, within other organizations, or with our scholars themselves. And then imagine, right? At the Promise, we imagine a community where every young person has the opportunity to dream, the ability to thrive, and the love, support, and investment needed to build a brighter future. That's for themselves, for their families, and for their community. And I'm not sure there's anything we can all agree on more than that.
You are so passionate about it, and I know that you've seen the impact personally. Talk about that a little bit.
So when we talk about expectations, especially, right, as a father of three, all three of my kids, actually as of this fall, our youngest goes into kindergarten, all at Wexford Elementary on the south side. We talk about expectations, and then we talk about also being the products of expectations, not necessarily the products of our environment. We've all got risk factors, for example. I struggle with depression and anxiety personally, and I've had to find protective factors to help me overcome. The reality is all of our kids and all of our families in the entire region have risk factors. What we as a community have to begin to decide is how are we going to provide protective factors? The Promise is just simply one of those answers to bring some hope and to set expectations for success after high school. And whether that's a 6-month certificate, whether that's a licensing, whether that's plumbing and pipe fitting, contracting, attorney, veterinarian, or otherwise.
The Lansing Promise, Justin, thank you so much. We've got your information on the screen, lansingpromise.org.